Me a favor, take the DNC, take the RNC, compare and contrast those two, and what do you think Americans should be taking away from what they saw?
Well, you know what? When we look at the RNC, I mean, a phenomenal week. Look at the president. He didn't have to convince anyone. All he had to do is state his record. He has a track record now, unlike the DNC with no track record, no solution. Biden don't have any solutions. They didn't even have an agenda. Their only agenda was bashing the president of the United States, and it just didn't work for them. You know what I love about the RNC? How they had people up there that have benefited from President Trump policies.
That's right.
And that is so important that America see that. So I really enjoyed ourselves. You know, we were up there yesterday when he gave his speech last night at the White House. Phenomenal. Everything was phenomenal and beautiful. And I'm so proud of our president.
That's right.
Yeah, I can imagine just being there, watching the fireworks, listening to the opera singer. It was spectacular. The fireworks that said Trump 2020, I was like, wow, you got to be kidding me. Of course, earlier in the evening, though, you know, I'm a grown man, and I'm grabbing for the tissue box, listening to Mrs. Dorn, Ann Dorn. I wanted you guys to react. That lady just let her pain out to try to heal the nation.
She surely did. Yeah. And let me tell you something. We were sitting there in the crowd, teary-eyed, you know, over that. And what I don't understand, you know, while the president was giving his speech, while we were there in the program and the ceremony was going on, you had people outside protesting. For what? What are you protesting? See, Black lives only matter to them when they're killed by certain people. And then they want to make it a racial thing. But when you talk about black on black crime, because what happened to her husband, that was a black person that done that to her husband.
That's right.
Nobody on the left want to say anything about it. So when you look at the hypocrisy that's going on, it's unbelievable.
That's right.
It's unbelievable.
And why pump your fist to the Black Lives Matter organization? All they're doing is using Black lives as a pawn and as a tool to push a white liberal agenda.
That's right.
It's time for all of us to wake up and realize that we are Americans first. It's the United States, not the divided states, and we're one race, and that's the human race. And it's not until we look past our skin color to get rid of all of this mess before this foolishness here be out of our country.
Amen. Amen. And you guys are right. The protesters that were out there, they were yelling and screaming, trying to stop President Trump from delivering his address. It's like, wait a minute, you Marxists don't stand for free speech at all, do you? If it's not speech you agree with, you don't want it to be said. And that tells you they should be opposed right there.
That's right.
These woke sports teams like LeBron James representing the NBA, Major League Baseball, WNBA, they are calling off their games to protest the police taking care of a guy who had sexually abused a woman who was not obeying police, was trying to get into his car, had a knife in that car. What do you guys make of these sports figures out there?
Oh, well, see, they have the luxury of taking time off because they're very rich.
That's
you
right.
know what I wish? I wish that they would go from making $11 million to $11 an hour.
That's
Do
right.
that type of work and then tell me what time it is. Let me tell you something when it comes to the police and when it comes to citizens. The first thing you need to do is make sure you comply. That's tip number one. If you follow tip number one, all of that other stuff that pretend to happen should never, ever happen to you.
That's right.
If you're following tip number one, comply with an order, and anything else happen to you, then I can see if the country become outraged.
Right.
But if you're not even following the law and complying with an order of the police officer, what are we supposed to do?
That's right.
What are we supposed to think?
Yeah.
On our show this weekend, Crystal Clear, we have a former police officer talking about what happened in Wisconsin. So you all make sure you join us at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Crystal Clear, right here on Newsmax. And he breaks it down for us.
Ladies, I can hardly wait to see it. Diamond and Silk, everybody. Thanks for the visit. As always, on the Chris Salcedo Show, we will see you this weekend.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.